All right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? It is Saturday night, and we are back yet again. Hope everyone's having a good evening so far. I think I kind of am. Hopefully, I don't fall asleep during the stream. Last night was kind of rough. I'll get into that a little bit later. But I do want to say hello to everybody, and I do want to mention a couple things real quick before I do that. Even one, we do have two awesome kits up for the giveaway tonight. That RG new clear version, that limited version from last week that no one managed to draw the right number for, as well as a high grade Moon Gundam, which would be another exciting prize to give away today. Stay tuned. We'll do some draws for those later in the stream tonight. I do also want to mention that live 10 code is active tonight. So if there's something on the website you're thinking of grabbing, maybe some of the newly stocked gun primer, maybe the full mechanics Calamity that just came out, the new RG Ava, or anything else for that matter, you can save 10% while you're at it. Support me and save money doing it, which is always a good thing, I think. And finally, only time I'll ask it tonight, please hit that like button down below if you enjoy these streams. It does help more people see the stream, and it's just kind of awesome, and I appreciate it if you do. That said, let's kind of get into it, and I'll do the long slog through the chat here, and then I'll tell you what I'm working on tonight. Hopefully you jumped over to my my Instagram earlier and weighed in. So anyway, what's up, Mark S., Robert Higdon, Roy Free, Pockets, GMR, James Charping, a couple of Viking, Abraham Cabrera, got Tallgeese from Mecha, nice. Pockets had a gaggle of Tallgeese in my backlog. Keith Rizik Breaker, what's up? Brandon Stevens, Lewis Cortez, Dylan Dull, KC Side 7, looks like a new name, welcome. Pockets, what's everyone working on tonight? I'll let you know what I'm working on in a minute. That's a good question though. I'm curious what everybody's up to tonight. What's up, James Clark? Your dudes just got out of work early. Nice, James. Game Czar, Blue Ghost, Mecha Frontier, J plus K, The Puppet Armory, Kyle Dixon, Buster 0988 or Fake 32, Roy Free, Sup Kyle, Sup Kyle, Gam, Miss Alfredo, what's up? Paul, Kermy, I have a few kits in my backlog. I have no clue where to start. Picking a kit is probably where to start. Picking which one you're going to work on. Robert Hickton work starting on FM Gundam Vidar. Cool. What's up, Corey? Roy Free, Kermy, I feel you. I have got 4 kids getting mailed to me and a goof sitting on my desk yet to be touched. Probably do Calamity after that. Nice. What's up, Joe Random? What's up, George? Brewster, he as well, working on HD Heavy Arms. Nice. 2 MG kits, 2 HD kits on the way. Nice, Roy. Let's see. Oh, Roy Free, I've ordered a Heavy Arms, plan on kit batching with an A10 Warthog. That sounds like a really cool idea. Going which way? A10 onto the Gundam, or the Gundam stuff onto the A10? What's up, Lance Liu, Josh Lambert, G-Ming. Gonna be hopefully finishing up my Hexagear Lord Impulse, my second non-Bandai kit I built. Cool. How's it so far, G-Ming? Rob the Builder, what's up? RDDN, what's going on? Winfield, Jason Galloway. I'm probably like repeating and missing names at the same time. Michael Busser, what's up? James Charping just recently ordered the Calamity Gundam and the Evangelion Mark 6. Cool. Seems the Moon Gundam is getting some great popularity. The Moon's a great kit, Roy, from what I've heard. I haven't built mine, but everybody who's built it has said good things about it. Brightest Day, what's up? Pat Crosby, Guillermo, Tenacious, Dilly, Zodiac Gunpla, work on the repaired build. Awesome. Who's planning on entering the repaired contest we announced last week? That was last week, right? No, this week? I guess it was this week. Time flies when you're having fun. That was on Tuesday this week that we announced it, right? So it's been less than a week. Who's going to planning on entering that? So you kicked my dog, Noah Mantel. Brightest Day, picked up the MG Gelgood, got my Tech Man Blade in the mail the other day, got a 9 to 10 model backlog. Nice. Decompressing for busy week. Cool, Dylan. Moon Gundam, in my opinion, so good. When you panel light it, like it's better. Heard good things. Display nippers arrived yesterday. They cut like Who Hatch Steel. Gonna build the FM Calamity gun, but finally build up confidence and paint MG Sosby for COD. Nice. Squatro. MG Buster. Let's see. I think I'm getting kind of caught up here. I'm gonna get an RX 79G backpack and add the A10 engines to it, then paint it up and decal with A10 decals. Very cool. I'd love to see that when that's done. That sounds cool. Crazy Rabbit Hello, can't wait for the restock on the 20th. What are we restocking on the 20th? Something good, I'm assuming. He's working with things in Dense. Dagger L. Paul is Robert. Assuming these are people entering. Game Czar. Got a Chinese knockoff of the RG New Gundam. Extra wing set that need to start at some point. Pat Crosby is entering. Corey Johnson, I want to enter, but I need to come up with an idea. Idea is definitely important. I'm so excited. I'm gonna build my build figured out. Gotta start putting it all together. Cool. Erfig's working on his repaired entry, middle of dark and light. What's going on? Jay Watson, what's up? Mr. Trashcan Bob, how's it going? Strangest Gunpla, I want to enter. Still just trying to think of a few other ideas to add to the kit. Cool. Mr. Johns, hello everyone. Alright, I think I am caught up. Cool. I haven't fallen asleep yet, so that's cool. A couple of Vikings already started his entry. So I have the four master grade P Bandai wing kits, and this was the one that seemed to be demanded, which is good because it's the one I really wanted to build first. So I am going to start on this bad boy tonight. While kits are expensive, still need to get everything I need, i.e. airbrush supplies, pump, and skills. Ooh, my dream kit. So yeah, this is one that I would have considered it to be a Grail kit until I got it. Now I've got, I think my only Grail, so to speak, is the MG just cannon. But I've wanted this one for a while, and I'm really glad I did not go and buy one on eBay, way marked up. But I've wanted to build this one for a while, so. Be entering, just posted my initial idea of the build on IG. Cool Rod Builder. I'll have to look and see if I can find that later. Oh man, all that firepower, noise kit there, Nick. Thanks, Paul. It's in the order a third-party E-gel unit from eBay for my heavy arms. I got an E-gel heavy arms in my backlog too. Check out this manual real quick. The front of the manual looks awesome. I bet you this is a pretty simple manual though, based on previous P Bandai experiences, and a lot of the build will be like the other ones, so a lot of kind of boring stuff until it gets to weapon time. But I'll be looking forward to that. Thanks, Nick, for all the amazing work you do, man. Keep it up. Thanks, Fets Frequency. What's up? How you been? How long ago was it when I did your podcast? That was a long time ago, Fet. It feels like it probably wasn't that far ago, but it feels like a long time ago. You never go wrong with heavy arms. That feels like it's true. Ooh, I want to be careful because there's two different F runners in two different colors or something. That should be fun. Could any of you give me a comparison between the P Bandai heavy arms and Supernova heavy arms? I haven't built the Supernova, so I don't know. I think the proportions are slightly different, among other things. And Nick, you looking forward to Gunpla on the Expo? And if so, what are you hoping to get? I'm probably only going to kind of keep an eye out on it. I'm not even sure what I'd want from it. I haven't seen what they're coming out with or what they're releasing. I'm not usually into like clear kits or any of those kind of things. So for the most part, I'm not. I didn't get anything last year. If there's something really cool, I might jump on it. But for the most part, most of that stuff's not what I'm into. The thing I'm working on right now is a nice hot bath after a long day at work. Been moving since 9 a.m. Ouch. But yeah, what's up, Carlos Moreno and Julio Cortez? Chilling on a weekend beach trip. Gotta go home tomorrow. Well, that's cool. Weekend trips are good. Little R&R is nice. So I was going to mention, I was going to tell everybody, so I was woken up around 2 a.m. last night because one of our smoke detectors decided to start malfunctioning. So that was a little disruptive. So a little bit tired today. I got some caffeine in me, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So XA and B conveniently together. Or haven't been the day either. It's so true, Aerolus. They're always at night. Same thing with like low battery alarms and smoke detectors. It's always at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 1 in the morning, something like that. Whenever it's least convenient and wakes you up. First ever gun I've ever built was way back in 2002, and naturally that's cool. Apparently the stuff from the Oklahoma base. If they're a 1144, the 1100 RX-78F00, I'd be interested. That'd be kind of cool. What's up, Spud Killer, Jack Chan, Lord Tiger. Wait, is this MG or PG? I feel like I missed that. This is the MG. I don't think there is a PG heavy arms. It's funny, mine was doing that the same. I still haven't told my landlord. Yeah, so it's probably not the best, but my hallway smoke detector is just disconnected because it's the one that was malfunctioning. I need to get a replacement, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a malfunction. The alarm tone or whatever I was getting, I believe, according to the label on the back, is indicative of some sort of malfunction. That or we had CO2 and I couldn't read it 2 in the morning. But I don't think that's the case because I'm still alive. Okay, I need runner B just for the pilot. You know, we take up a functioning smoke detector over what happened to the Gundam shop, I think is the channel name, washed his hands and accidentally flooded his warehouse. I think I heard about that. Was that like Canadian Gundam or something like that? Although I didn't watch that video, although that's like a very scary thing to have happen, but I want to say from what I heard about it, dude picked up his camera before he started getting product out of the way or worrying about trying to shut the water down. So I haven't seen it, so that's only like, you know, third-hand knowledge or something like that, but it sounds kind of sketchy. And when you go for the insurance claim, I hope they don't watch your YouTube channel if that's the case, because that's not gonna make it easy to get an approved insurance claim when it... Did you do everything in your power to try to stop this damage before it happened? I try to keep nothing on the floor for that reason at the warehouse. Stadia only lost like 10 cases. Oh, it's not that bad then. That's like a nightmare, but like when we receive inventory, I keep a couple of spare pallets to stack the stuff up on. All our shelves, most of their stuff's on shelves or in bins, so you kind of file a claim because they might drop him. Yeah, it's a heavy arms build. Yep. Someone whose basement is flooded. I too keep my important stuff off the floor. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it happened a lot when I was a kid at my house growing up. We've thankfully been pretty good here. The only issue we had was a plumbing issue this summer due to our hose bib freezing or something outside and bursting a line or joint or something inside. But we didn't have that much damage from it. I'm gonna buy my first PG, but Nick didn't let me win the cleared sale event on it. Sorry, Joseph. Do you ever paint the MG pilots? I do not, Dylan, but I really want to. I've got them all sitting around. I need to figure out how to do that because I think it would be really cool. This is Nozaku. How's it going, Nick? Good, how are you? Man, my first ever PG was the Ava 01, and good gracious, that was a terrible time. When it rains too much too quickly, I get water in my basement via the chimney. Only happens about once a year, but for that reason, I've all the stuff off the floor down there. Yeah, it's a smart idea if you get water in at all. It's not a bad idea even if you don't normally get water in, because all it takes is one time. That's what I kind of figure at the warehouse. Like, pretty much everything, especially inventory, all the really expensive stuff, computers and stuff, everything's off the floor. Because I don't want to have to deal with that if I don't have to. Or join Anime Summit and order 2 kits, Charazaku and the 86 Mecha, nervous about building them, so I thought I'd watch. Cool, Second Ray, that's awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that podcast. It's really not that bad. Building kits isn't that hard. As long as you don't have unrealistic expectations, I guess. I'm going to be trying to go through this one really carefully because I don't want to paint it. I've got another one of these that I'll probably paint someday, but... Todd Liu, well, PG Ava was also the first ever PG ever. RDD and Taylor over 100 viewers. Yeah, we're right around that 100 mark. That's pretty cool. On that same vein, we hit 2K subscribers a day or two ago. It's either like late Thursday or early Friday, I think, which is really cool. Cool little milestone there. Excited to finally try out the gun part gate remover. Happy that you get to carry them now. Yeah, Jimmy, it's really cool to have them have gun primer stuff. Some pump installed in my basement, so flood in the house not likely at all. Made it finally. What's the new build? MG Heavy Arms, the Heavy Arms Custom, the P Bandai kit. Razor said it's great. Okay, here's a real question. I work at a new school district and I'm running out of room in my apartment. Do you think having Gundams in my office is okay? Ooh, that's a good question. Because, I mean, they've got guns and stuff, at least sometimes, so that might not be cool in a school environment. It probably depends on your boss. And district policies and stuff. Move down south in the next few years, and hurricanes, tornadoes are a much bigger issue down there than they are here in Connecticut. Yes, they are. Have you ever considered installing a sump pump in your home? Never, because we've never had... The only water we've ever had in the basement was because of a plumbing leak. And that was only because I had dragged my feet on shutting off the outside water last fall. So, never considered it. I don't think it'll be an issue. had a geyser in our 20,000 foot square, 20,000 square foot storm drain and street clogged and backed up into all warehouse units. Shot 12 feet in the air from floor drains. Jeez, it's horrible. Thanks, Ethan, for the sub. You're okay with them disappearing every now and then? Let's see. Nick, is that the God Hand single blade nipper? This is the God Hand ultimate nipper, the SPN 120. Got a horror ball that should be cute and fun enough to not cause a problem. Yeah, it's a good place to start. Keep down south, while the flooding tornadoes will give me a heart attack. Anime will connect you to the kids. But there's still calamities and Mark 6s left. Me too. I thought Calamity would be going every other order, and they didn't. They're selling at a decent clip, but not as fast as I had expected initially. We got some decent numbers of them. Currently looking for a plastic truss for my Gundam hanger. Cool. I need to start carrying that kind of stuff. It's just so many options, though. Bill's wife now checked the bank account on Restock Friday. Sorry. In defense about Calamity, I'm not really familiar with Seed. My backlog is large enough to not want to spend the money right now. I'm wondering if a lot of people are waiting because it's kind of like a new line in a lot of ways. I mean, Full Mechanics exists for IBO, but Full Mechanics for Seed is kind of new, so I wouldn't be surprised if some people wanted to kind of wait. XA21. You know, see how the reviews are and stuff before grabbing one. Calamity looks cool enough, but it's too expensive for what is just a big high grade. Yeah, kinda. I mean, it happens sometimes. What's up, Studio? G-Man Calamity seems very good based on the DeLong review. Cool. Just use them to cut nubs and not the runners. So you're building the Heavy Arms. I am. Heavy Arms Custom. I'm excited. This was a kit I've been waiting to get my hands on for a long time. Finally getting around to building it. And the regular Heavy Arms was a great build, so I'm looking forward to getting this thing built up. So you stocked the RG Wings of Light for Strike Freedom and Destiny. Did you get other effect parts in? I think those are the only two so far. Seed Full Mechanics is basically the replacement for the RE100. I've heard, like, the running theory, I think, is that RE100 is kind of like what they're calling no grades for Universal Century stuff, and Full Mechanics is for other series, I guess, other timelines, centuries, whatever. Like the repaired logo is just going to be a pin, or also the 2022 coin design. I don't think it's going on. The repaired logo, I don't have plans for the pin. We're doing a t-shirt for sure. I think if we do a pin, the pin is just going to be the regular logo. At least the first pin. Maybe we'll do others if it sells really well. As for a 2022 coin, I'm not sure at all what the design will be. A lot of stuff can happen between now and 2022. How often do they put out the Nobel? I was bummed when I saw the email and it was sold out already. Been looking to get one for the wife. I think they had some last year. It's a pretty popular kit, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make some more next year. Because of the email mentioned chance to win a clear new. How does that work? But the pro at the top caused me to grab the new RG wing. Nice. The RG wing looks like a cool kit. The clear new, we'll be doing the first draw in a few minutes. Basically, the draws, I ask people to put a number in the chat in a certain range, and then after a few minutes, I draw a number within that range, and if your number comes up, you win that kit. And if nobody wins it, then we draw again, and a little later in the stream, we do that for a little while. How much would the shirt go for? Probably 20 plus shipping, like the other shirts we've had. We'll be putting it up as a one-off pre-order type event, I think. The repaired shirt with the repaired logo sometime in the next couple weeks. I've got some prototypes on the way. I want to make sure the design looks good on the shirts first, and then we will set it up. Hey Nick, thanks for the 10% code and a cart waiting to be paid for. Nice, Joseph. Has the Gunpla shortage affected your shipments? Mecha Frontier, I think it has. A lot of stuff we're not getting the quantities we ask for. A lot of stuff's been delayed, both because of shipping and just manufacturing issues. So yeah, in short, it has definitely. Joseph, any chance of Karaba or AEUG merchandise? We will probably never produce anything that is Gundam branded, because I feel really strongly that we shouldn't infringe on the IP of another brand. We don't own the rights to it, so to do any sort of commercial stuff and make money by selling someone else's brand without them getting the royalty or giving permission seems silly. So maybe someday we get to a size where we're talking to Bandai and Sunrise in that capacity and they're allowing us to do that, but that's not likely for a long time, if ever. So the RE1R was originally intended to be UC exclusive. The Gaia Gundam and Reborn's Gundam were planned for that line at one point for master grade, but they're hard to build at limited space. Let's see. Your new picture with you in the warehouse robot should be on the new coin. That would be a cool one. But like I said, there's a lot of time between now and then. We might have another cooler logo or design. You're gonna have fluffy guy sizes in that shirt. The logo looks awesome. Fluffy guy. I think we can get up to 2 or 3X, I think. I forget. Whatever the other shirts we have on the site, I think we're up to at least 2X, maybe 3X. I think 4X was the limit for the make of shirt that we use. Because the manufacturer, I think, either just doesn't make them or the printer doesn't stock them. So it just depends on how fluffy. Surprised when I got notif on the restock of option parts for Sengoku last August 1st, but it was like an hour later when I saw it, was sold out already. Yeah, a lot of stuff we're not getting enough of. Has there been much 30-minute Sisters buzz? I think there's been a lot of interest about that stuff. Chimed in late. Which kit are you working on? Steven, this is the MG Heavy Arms Custom, the P Bandai version of the Master Grade Heavy Arms. Any thoughts on doing something like aprons? Maybe that'd be pretty cool. I want to start, I think, going forward, we're gonna start doing more like one-offs. So things like shirts, like this repaired shirt, we're gonna try this as a pre-order, and that will probably be the only time we print them. Or maybe we'll bring them back, kind of like P Bandai brings back kits, and do it again as another run in the future if there's enough interest. But we probably won't like stock them. And so I would like to do that with future designs. There are some other designs that people might be interested in, and we might do one of those every month or two going forward. And like something like an apron or something would be cool to do that way. As far as Artie's question, are the shirts on hand or are they print to order? The shirts on the website right now are on hand. We might even end up dropping some of those options, like the Blue 01 shirt. and making that not a continuous stock item. And maybe we'll just do it as a one-off in the future, because we end up sitting on a lot of t-shirts. In order to stock them, we got to buy a decent number to make the pricing make sense doing it that way. And it's hard sometimes because, I mean, people are all different sizes, so you got to stock different sizes for shirts and stuff. Bigger shirts would be nice. I don't look good in a crop top. So frustrating, made me want to quit the hobby. Oh, the market right now is an absolute worst I've ever seen it. They become like Pokemon cards when everyone... Whenever someone restocks scalpers, buy them all, and they sell them on eBay for double the price. We've had people try to scalp. We've been trying to shut down people buying large quantities of a single kit. So if they by chance make like the large scale head kits, because I'd love to do one of those. I think there is some things like that for community. Whoever's looking for HG Novell. Okay, I'll let people find that comment. How often are the kits added to P-Bandai USA? I'm not sure. Monthly, maybe? So a big thank you, Nick. Your story has got me back to building Gunpla, and I've started doing custom paint jobs for the first time. Cool, Joseph. It's okay. I'm looking forward to the next two of the trilogy, though. Alright, so... That's in there. All right, we got a cockpit. A PC3. Any word on when Battlelog kits are going to go for pre-order? It'll be at least a couple more weeks. I'm not sure. They've been really slow to confirm orders. And we've been doing the order confirmation thing. If I order a large amount at the same time, it's going to be an in-person pickup. There you go, Tom. I want that dang unicorn headset, but I'm waiting to see if anyone will go spits with me only because I want the Banshee head. What's a common size t-shirt for Gunpla Builder? I don't know, Mark. It's hard to say. I think general population large is the most common. Large and XL maybe, but I'm not sure. Because I've never had enough shirts to really see people order unfettered and not like try to buy something that's out of stock. I know like some of the large sizes are common, or at least popular, but for reload and heavy arms would take forever. If I knew about your shop a year ago, I would have bought some of the new kits from you. Now I buy from you. Thanks, Carlos. XL, but I wear 2XL or 3XL for comfort. What's up, Nick? How you doing? What's up, Lance? I'm doing well. Nick, will you be getting the Kotobukiya Nippiko frame arms, girl? I don't think we have that one ordered at the moment, but I'm not sure when that one gets released or printed next. Of course, I've been stocking y'all for Shogun cards, the 8th MS Team Kids, favorite series of mine. Waiting for those to come back in stock. Yeah, I hope they come back soon too. I'm an L if I want loose, medium if I want to look above. I definitely used to wear much larger shirts. Holy crap, we're up to 130 something right now. Sweet. I definitely used to wear XLs, I think. I don't know, I like a baggier fit as a teenager, young adult, whatever. And now I'm more of a L, I guess. Okay, XB 1 and 2. Should have grabbed some of those tag art runner stand things. Maybe I'll grab some if they're not sold out on Monday. Doing big lads and when hit 3x. Nick, any suggestion on where to find order kits like the Astro No Name and Gundam the End other than eBay? I had an idea for a try-to-inspired build and they're next to impossible to find. Not really. eBay's a place you could look. Just be prepared wherever you find them. Most likely they will be overpriced. Well, I guess overpriced is dependent on your own perspective, but you could probably get a better deal if you're willing to wait for a reprint, which is likely at some point. Just not might be for a little while. I think I'm going to do put up our first number range for the giveaway prizes in a moment. Used to be a medium, or 1 month I decided to lose weight from 190 to 170 1 month, and now we're small. Well, that's cool, assuming that was, I guess you decided to, so I guess that's good. Attack stands are great, just be careful to avoid a domino toppling situation. I could see that happening. Thanks for using my silver painted goof in the spotlight. I'll be submitting my custom Gelgoop Jagger soon. Nice. Think Astray No Name is maybe coming back sometime soon. It probably, I forget if I've seen it or not. But a lot of the more popular stuff will come back around. And if it's been a while, then the likelihood of it coming back around again is even higher. So, fingers crossed. Probably be losing weight if I wasn't training myself for strength. On the bright side, I have leg press around 850. Nice. It's impressive. Should you consider carrying DBZ statues made from Bandai in the future? So I've been very hesitant on statues because I think most of our customers like model kits. And like Dragon Ball Z is not exactly a big seller for us. The DBZ kits don't sell very well, so I'd be very hesitant to drop a lot of money in statues that tend to be even more expensive and might not go very quickly. But at some point we might start playing with that stuff. Who's a little guy in the cockpit? Mikazuki? No, it would be Troa, because the heavy arms. Alright, so first draw of the night. We've got 2 prizes. There's 130 something of you guys in here. Let's put a number in the chat between 1 and 1100. 1 and 1100. Put a number in the chat. 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number, even if somebody else posts the same number, because if that happens, we can flip the challenge coin to determine a winner. And remember, I don't ship outside of the US, so if you happen to win and you're not a US resident, just keep that in mind, I guess. Hunting for the turn X, found MG turn A for good price. Goof is my repair contest entry. I scrapped my 3rd one for another kit bash, so it made sense. I'll give this a few minutes to let everybody get their numbers in, and then I will draw a winner. How susceptible is the challenger coin to scratches? I haven't even taken mine out of that plastic pouch. It's sitting on my desk like that. Supposedly they're really durable. I asked them about that when I had them printed the first time, the first set made. And they should be like good to go to like carry around in your pocket. I'm sure they're not totally impervious to scratching, especially on like some of the enamel colors and stuff. But I have yet to see mine appear damaged in any way. I mostly baby it and keep it on my desk though. I don't like to carry it around in my pocket or anything, but they're pretty solid. This is the Kai. I've got this one coming in sweet. This is the custom Crossbones water slide yesterday. Thanks, Mecha Warehouse. Cool dystopian caveman. turquoise still in the pouch. I can respect that. Excited to see I'll carry a wide variety of LP decals. Yeah, we're adding more every time we order. Got a bunch of new ones going to be added when this next shipment shows up. Maybe this week or the week after. I want to get some of the hollow ones from Mizaku too. Kit nice. Yeah, hollows are nice. I did some on my real grade full armor unicorn, and they came out very nice. Just gotta be careful not to like matte top coat them, or they'll lose a lot of their hollowness. With MG Gundam X for ages now, it's been out of print forever. Hopefully they come back around. I want to say I had some. I don't know how I got them, but I had some the MG Turn X, I think. Last year, a few of them. Cat Smart, do you think if someone gave Chris Chan a Gundam, he would turn out a better person? I'm not sure who Chris Chan is. I don't know. So no matte top coat for hollow decals. Yeah, it's less than ideal. It will still show through, but there's a difference. I actually have some spoons here with hollows on them with various top coats I can show you in a second. But why don't I do this draw, and then I'll show you those various spoons, and then I'll go back to building. So I'm going to throw time up in the chat. We have 2 prizes. Let me open up my giveaway. Spreadsheet here. Nick is a clean man and the Chris Chan Lord bless. Do not Google Chris Chan. Okay, I will stay away then. Okay, so we got 2 prizes, that RG new thanks to Feral 404 and an HG Moon Gundam. Let's get my random number generator up here. Not that one. I wonder which Gundam mobile suit will get the MGX EX treatment or even PG Unleashed 2. And the cool thing I think that would be awesome is for a new line of kits to come out for mobile armors. That'd be pretty cool. Gonna put any hollow decals on those heavy arms? No, Roy. I'll probably put regular water slides on it. Okay, so first draw, first number for the RG new clear version. 688. Number 688 for the RG new. And wow, number 2 for the HG Moon Gundam. No, 688. Okay, I'll let you guys look for 2. 2 will be a hard one to find because, like, there's a ton of 2s mixed in with other digits, I'm assuming, in the range. When I searched for it, there were like 78 number 2s on the screen. So if you find it, then I can search for the person's name maybe and confirm it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I double took because number 2 is what was on the screen before I hit the button the first time. And then when I hit it the second time, it went back to number 2, which is kind of crazy. Why was it 2 set from the beginning? Just because that's what, it picks a random number between a 1 and 10 when you open it up. That's why, Lewis. If you just search on Google for random number generator, it will pop up the same kind of thing. That number will be different, but it will show you a range between 1 and 10, and it will pick some number in that range by default. So it looks like there's no winners. So we'll draw again in a little bit for the same 2 prizes. We'll shrink that number range. Odds will get better as we go through the stream. I can back and subtract 40 from mine. Nope. Hey Nick, how's your truck? Didn't you have some sort of warranty issue recently? They did a frame swap because the frame was starting to rust through, and we were just within the warranty when it happened. So that happened a couple weeks ago. Truck's been great since the swap. The only issue was they forgot to plug in one of the wiring harnesses. So like the seatbelt alarm and the door open light and things like that weren't working. But they took care of that for me. So it's all good now. This RG news never leaving. I'm sure someone will grab it at some point. We're going to get aggressive with that number range this time, I think. I don't know if we've had anything ever make it past 2 streams. Prize-wise, we've definitely had some things last more than 1 stream before, but I don't think we've ever had anything last 2. Or more than 2 streams. I had the frame issue with my FJ Cruiser, but unfortunately the recall warranty doesn't cover FJs. Oh no, that's a bummer. I got really lucky with mine, the timing. It's awesome you had a Toyota, right? That's the truck I'm thinking of getting. Yeah, Toyota Tacoma. It's a 2010. It's a great truck. Apparently the used 2010s are selling pretty close to what a new one was back when I bought it. They're just such an in-demand truck. Which is kind of cool, but buying a new one now is way more expensive to get a new Tacoma. I made it. What are you working on this week? Grayson, I am working on the MG Heavy Arms Custom. It's the P Bandai Heavy Arms. So I see sandpaper but no glue. Do you glue them, right? I've never done gunpla. No, they're snap kits. Very rarely do you have to glue anything. And usually it's not because the kit needs to be glued, but rather because you broke something or something's a little looser, but usually the kit's fine without it. Nick, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? Probably Taco Bell, especially after that cool commercial they put out recently. It's like my Taco Bell, I think, is my fast food guilty pleasure. I prefer not to eat fast food in like an ideal world, but I enjoy Taco Bell from time to time. If we're going to talk like fast food anyway. I really want to grab an HG Master Gun of Fun Psyche, but my wife might kick my ass if I order more kids. Top 3 fast food places. I don't know if I have 3. Taco Bell. I'll go to McDonald's on occasion. Otherwise, I don't really have a third preference. Unless we get into like fast casual. Like I like Chipotle and I like Five Guys, but they're not really fast food. Jack in the Box taco meat is like toothpaste consistency. I've never eaten a Jack in the Box. I went to McDonald's the other day, got a quarter pounder and hit into it, and it was raw. Oh, that's gross. Wendy's, I'll eat at Wendy's occasionally, but there's not a ton of them around. I don't even know where there might be a Chick-fil-A around here somewhere, but there aren't many of them. If there are, I've never been to Chick-fil-A. I've heard their food's pretty good though. Off the wall, but Vallejo or Turbo Dork rearranging my toolbox currently, so it's just hit me. I've only used Vallejo. We get more One Piece kits in? Yeah, probably J Plus at some point. Five Guys are fast food from heaven. Do they do fries with soy sauce or sushi with ketchup? Fries with soy sauce. I've only had sushi once. I'm not a real big sushi fan. Roy Rogers. There's not a lot of Roy Rogers around here. Five Guys is fast food, is just done right. McDonald's has stuck to the same business models. When they open, Five Guys might not exist. Believe that. Five Guys is awesome, but $18 for a cheeseburger, fries, and drink is insane. There's a Chick-fil-A in Nashua. Okay. I'm just not in Nashua very often. I mean, basically only there for jiu-jitsu once or twice a week, maybe. And less consistency lately. And most of the time I'm on my way home for dinner, so it doesn't make sense to go stop for fast food. Try to just buzz out of there quick, usually. Five Guys small order fries looks like a mega size order. That's definitely true. That makes me sad. I'm a sushi chef. Maybe it just was my particular experience. I don't know. Like, what's the proper way to submit a bill to be featured on the Instagram account? There is a link on the website for Spotlight submissions. That is the only way to get a chance at being featured. You can enter your pictures and all the related details there. Hopefully you can find it. I think it's right up at the top of the page in one of those links there. If you can't find it, maybe someone will drop it for you. Have you tried any of the gun primer stuff you got it? I haven't. It's the textures, man. It's not for everyone. Yeah, that was it. And so I had, the only time I had sushi was actually in Japan. Believe it or not. One of the days leading up to the World Tournament when I was there back in 2016. And I being a newcomer to sushi, I only had some rolls rather than like the traditional like actual sushi. And the wasabi they put in it, I think they put some right in the roll. It just like punched me in the nose every time I took a bite. It was just, I don't know, it was not for me. Then it might just be that one particular random hole-in-the-wall sushi shop in Tokyo that I went to, but awesome place, awesome sushi place here in downtown Concord. I mean, maybe I'll have to try it again sometime, but it's just not my thing. I, in general, had trouble just getting enough food to eat in Japan. It was tough because I was on this like strict diet when I was there. I was trying to cut out like gluten and some other stuff because of some like food allergies. And not necessarily because they're bad food allergies, but because I was trying to be in optimal condition before my competition. And it was just very, very challenging to find food in both quantity and like, I don't know, quantity and type that I could feel like satisfied. Yeah, it was, the first part of the trip was rough. The last couple days were awesome once I didn't have to worry about what I was eating once I was done competing. But I'd spent like, I don't know, 8 months trying to cut out certain things for optimal performance. probably in retrospect wasn't as important as I made it out to be, but it felt like a big deal at the time. I remember one day we went to a Denny's, which I guess is a big deal in Japan, for breakfast one day. It was like my favorite breakfast day because it was like food that I like knew I could just eat. But it was funny because I ordered a la carte. I ordered, like 3 eggs and 3 order of like sausage and bacon and whatever, and they brought each egg on its own plate because they didn't realize that one person would want to eat 3 scrambled eggs together or whatever I ordered, which was hilarious. It was this big American dude in Japan there, and they're like giggling about all the food that I was eating. Michael Booster, what competition? It was the Sokyokushin first Sokyokushin World Championship in 2016 in Shizuoka, Japan. And if you watch some of my clips about how I got into Gunpla and stuff, that tournament and my being in Japan for that was basically the catalyst for me getting into Gunpla in the first place. Food portions in Japan are slightly smaller than Western countries for sure. Yeah, that's an understatement. Sounds awesome when you want a quick bite and only spend a few bucks. The dollar menu is life. Unless you go to the shops with American portions. I took Japanese classes in college. My professor would go on and on about how gourmet Japanese Denny's was. I'm determined to go myself. It's kind of cool. Did you interact with Han Lee at all in your martial arts tournament? I'm not sure who Han Lee is, so probably not. Never survive in Japan. As much as I'd love going there, I eat a dozen egg omelets on the regular. Yeah, you might have trouble with that. How much money I would have if I saved all the money I spent in Gunpla. Countries I should build MG Curious, MG Play, Zaku Phantom Ray version. Also, Nick Zoom meeting this week. There should be. I probably won't be this coming week, just like there'll be no stream this coming Saturday, because I'm running a local booth for the Old Home Days Festival, or whatever you want to call it, for my martial arts school. So I'll be running a booth there at that event, and so I will be occupied late on Friday. I'll be probably wrapping up around the time that it starts, but I won't be anywhere close to home. Okay, so got that. We got that. No stream. What am I supposed to do with myself? I don't know, Artie. So drive up to New Hampshire and hang out with me in person Saturday night at this festival. Beef bowls is a key of surviving Japan. That would have been great. What's up, Dennis D? What's up, Easy 8 Boy? No Zoom meeting for coding projects. There'll be one. There'll be a Zoom, but I won't be there probably. I'll probably have somebody else covering to open it up. You know, a way to recycle runners. Not really, Noah, other than like cutting them up and using them for things. Should we play other Saturday post, Artie, but you cannot win any kids, sorry. Nick, have you built the MG Zaku Phantom yet? If so, you like it. I have not. We're at New Hampshire. So the festival will be in Hudson, New Hampshire. It's the Hudson Old Home Days. So that's where I will be a lot of next weekend. It's like Thursday through Sunday. Thursday and Friday night, and then Saturday most of the day, and Sunday afternoon. Okay, XA20. Kids still up, dude. They don't get lucky already. They are still up. In fact, I'm gonna throw up. Let's throw up the second draw here. Should correct myself. I am not gonna throw up, but I'm gonna put numbers out there for the Second draw of the evening. Okay, I'm over by Keen. There you go. Nice. I haven't been out that way in a little while. It's a nice area though. 131 viewers. We've got 3 draws left and 2 prizes. Let's gun for a win this time. So let's increase these odds. Let's put a number in the chat between 1 and 700. Yes, please don't throw up. Put a number in the chat between 1 and 700. Do not delete or change your number, even if somebody else posts the same number, and we only ship to the US. So keep that in mind if you're not in the US. We'll need an answer for that if you win. All the sushi talk now wants wants to throw up. It wasn't that bad. It's just when you're hungry as heck in a foreign country. I was worried about losing weight. I had to stay the same weight I entered on my paperwork within a couple pounds or risk penalization in the competition, and we were doing a lot of like touring and walking around leading up to the tournament, so I was burning calories while we were walking around and touring, but trying to eat enough to keep myself from losing weight was kind of tough with the proportions, and it just wasn't something I could just shovel. At least it didn't feel that way. Hoping next time I go to Japan it will be at least a longer portion of it, more of a vacation, and be able to just enjoy myself and not have to worry about competition, stress and anxiety and all that stuff. Trying to be prepared. What are you building today, Nick? Rob, I am working on the MG Heavy Arms Custom, the P Bandai version of the Master Grade Heavy Arms. We want to go to Japan or the States. It's great over there. It was a great trip. Do the Chrome Runners turn into potty, or do they come out Jackson says Chrome? Chrome Runners can be okay. It depends on the runner, because sometimes they put the nubs in a weird spot, and then they show up when you cut them. But if they're in the right place, they're good to go. It sounds like he was competing in the Olympics. It felt like the Olympics. The World Tournament was every 4 years. I was supposed to go back in April of 2020, and that didn't happen because of COVID. But it's a big deal. Nick and Rest of Chat, does it make you cringe or laugh when you hear about the Olympic announcers mispronounce Gundam? It's just kind of funny. All right, let's do this draw. So, throw time up in the chat. They're pronouncing according to actual English pronunciation. Gundam Transformer, right? Yeah, like the charts say. You know, they got all the big pictures of all the different kinds of robots. And the only one that doesn't have Gundam underneath it is the actual Gundam. Or whatever, or the only one with Transformer under it is an actual Transformer. Or the titanium finished new Gundam is a pain to do. Like the MG Hyakushiki is pretty good about nub placement for the most part. Okay, so first number for the RG Clear new is number 330. 330 for the Clear new, and 290 for the HG Moon. 330, 290. You're such a chill guy that's given us a fun community to be part of. I'm sure if you started a GoFundMe for vacation playlist, we'd totally help you go. That'd be cool. I don't think hopefully won't need it. The hard part will be getting the business at a place where I can disappear for 2 or 3 weeks and not have the business fall apart while I'm out of the country. The Yakushiki runners in its gold chrome. Wasn't sure if it would melt fine or not. Oh, thanks, Nick. God, I need that new Gundam. My soul will be bound by gravity forever. So it sounds like no winner. So we'll draw again in a little bit. I was digging the one-piece boat kits. Too bad the last Ace sold before I could grab it. Yeah, we'll grab more of those. The ones that we've had were like small grabs from some suppliers to try to test it out, and they generally have sold pretty well for us. So we most likely will get a bunch more next time we get an opportunity to. Trick is finding someone that will run it like you do, which is almost impossible. Yeah, so I gotta find ways to divide up the stuff that I do, because I don't know that I'll find somebody that can do everything I do the way I do it, but I'm pretty sure I can train, like I've trained people to pack orders pretty much like I would pack orders and do a good job at it. I'm going to hopefully be able to train somebody to do customer service like I do it, find people that do, various aspects of what I do, so that way that team of people can kind of hopefully cover for me when I'm gone, and then I'd be able to just touch base, once a day by a Zoom or something early in the morning when it's in the evening here, or vice versa, and kind of see what's going on. Because I think to find somebody who could do everything I'm doing now, that person would be worth a lot of money in terms of like salary, and I'd rather have 5 people doing 1/5 of what I do and doing that one thing well, instead of trying to find that one in 1,000, 1 in 10,000 kind of person that has all the right skills all at the same time. Someday I'll hopefully be able to find somebody that can kind of generally manage things, maybe when I'm ready to kind of retire or something. But I've never eaten a Waffle House. I almost did when I was down in Virginia for Old Dominion Open, though. I saw there was one like right near the hotel. I was going to say, I like your personal thank you on the order invoices. Glad you like it, Sub Kyle. I hope I'll be able to continue doing that for a while. At some point, it's going to become logistically infeasible for me to sign every invoice by hand, but we'll figure that out, I guess, when we get there. Okay. So E9 and J2. Clone yourself. Love the personal thank yous. If I win a large multi-million-dollar lotto, I'm applying to be a minion at Mecha Warehouse. There you go, Tom. Waffle House is best at 4 when you're completely... Yeah. Waffle House is a guilty pleasure of mine. Haven't been in years, though. If I get down there again next year, I'll have to make that a thing. A little late tonight. How's everyone doing? Miss anything? What's up, Mark D? Nothing really. Couldn't get thanks Nick stamp, and you can just have anyone stamp. There you go. I've been debating what I would do when I can't do that anymore, or if somebody's covering for me, and I don't know if I would have whoever is prepping the packing slips, basically doing what I would do. Maybe I'd have them sign it. Maybe I need a little stamp that you would stamp it with, and then sign in the stamp that, prepped by or something like that. I honestly feel like Mecha Warehouse has the best brand perception of all of the U.S. online gunplay stores for the little small business feel while still being online. That's what I'm going for, man. I want to be that local gunplay store for the people that don't have a local gunplay store, basically. Be able to go in, chat with the owner of the shop, get some advice, be able to get your problem solved without having to wonder if you can. And but at the same time have the selection and pricing and all that stuff of the bigger established operations. So That's the mission. Ryan had a signature from someone named Dylan, probably. And that would have been on there's a packing card that is signed by the person who packs the order. And then on the actual slip, the packing slip is where I sign it currently. I figured I wanted to have the touch of whoever actually packed it on there, because that's kind of cool to know who packed your order. And what was I going to say? But still have me be able to sign the slips and stuff. Well, to adapt that as we go. How do you start the Mecha Warehouse business? I started out of my house. You go back on the YouTube channel, there's some like tour videos and some videos where I talk about it. But basically, I just wanted to do something that wasn't what I was doing, which was engineering consulting, and I just was not very happy doing it. I actually started trying to resell books on Amazon and then found out I didn't like that much better. And in the process realized if I'm going to do all this research on products and trying to figure out what to sell and managing all the logistics, I might as well do it around something I enjoy. And that's kind of the short version. New Armored Puppet kits coming in. We got some of it on a pre-order, I think. Never gotten a Dylan order, but I have gotten Orion. Probably depends on the day of the week you order, Artie, for the most part. Orion usually packs orders pretty consistently, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Dylan usually packs the Monday, Friday rush. And Orion usually helps him on some of those with picking the orders and stuff and getting stuff ready to go. My local compost store went bye 15 years ago. eBay was taking my money before I found your store. Well, I'm glad you found a better option, Joseph. Customer service definitely sets you above everyone else I've dealt with, even the local chain of taco shop I check out for my kids from time to time. And Nick was putting cards before Dylan started. I can say I got packages packed by all three. Yeah, when I was doing it in the early days, I didn't have those cards. That was a new addition when I hired people. There are packing cards with my name on it, though, because there definitely was a period when I was packing a good number of orders. I do it much more rarely now. Get mine from Gundam Pros, and I realize your store, and now I'll be getting them from both because I like the variety both give. Cool. Do what you love, build Gunpla, and sell it right back, Mecha. I figure if I'm doing something at least peripherally related to something I enjoy, it's a lot easier to wake up in the morning wanting to do it. I enjoyed engineering when I started, but I don't know, I got burnt out. If this ever falls through, I guess I could go back, but I didn't get a skull drawing. I think Orion does that pretty consistently on his. Grunt work. It's not even that it's grunt work. I mean, it kind of is. It doesn't require me, per se, to pack orders. And it's really just I've got so many things going on that I can't delegate easily, that I try to put all the packing, even all like the inventory check-in now is mostly done often by Orion, because he's there more during the week, or he's helping Dylan, and just trying to put as much of that stuff on other people, because I'm figuring out what to order next and dealing with customer service issues and all that other stuff takes a lot of my time. I want to wait for the HG Dandelion restock on the 20th, but I also want to get a Kimaris Vidar. Oh, Ryan, we appreciate the skull. I'm sure he knows. He's been in the chat here before. I don't know if he's in here tonight, but got an order packed by Nick a while back, and I felt like I won the lotto. Nick pack card should be plated. Then it released Nick packed boxes. There you go. Engineering burnout is real. A bunch of my tech engineers have quit recently. I believe it. For me, it was just dealing with people related to the engineering stuff, and I don't mean that I didn't like the people I worked with. It was more just like management for a lot of these clients that I had, for example, would just make these silly decisions they're the ones paying, so you basically got to just do what they say. But it never felt right, and I always felt like I was taking advantage of them because I couldn't work efficiently. And so I always had these choices where either I'm not going to work because I don't want to bill them from time I'm twiddling my thumbs or not working efficiently. But on the other hand, they're demanding the world for you, delivery times and stuff like that. And so you end up having to work inefficiently, or essentially twiddle your thumbs and beg them to give you what you need to get the job done. And it never felt good. I thought going to consulting and getting paid significantly more per hour and being paid hourly for when they demand you work, 60 or 100 hours in a week to get the job done would feel better. And it kind of did, but they still didn't really respect my time. And I don't know that it was intentional either. But I don't know, didn't want to keep having to hound people for that stuff. Exactly what my TE said too, which sucks because now I'm trying to figure out MATLAB code and I'm like, well, once upon a time I coded my MySpace page. Yeah, I think it's not super uncommon, but it kind of depends on personal ethics. The other end of the problem is I was trying to grow that business too. I had my brother working for me, and when you're bidding for consulting gigs, like software for hire type jobs, you often have to promise the world. And then what happens when you promise the world and then you can't deliver is it hurts your reputation and sucks. But if you don't promise the world, they're not going to go with you. If you tell them the realistic answer, then it never happens. And they'll jerk you around like crazy, saying they need stuff now, and then the job won't start for a few months, and it's just painful. So between all that stuff, I figured it was time to do something else. I was kind of miserable, and I have never been happier. I really enjoy what I do now. Even on my worst days, it's way better than my average day before. It's almost always driven by IT leadership. I'm willing to set proper expectations to higher ups that don't understand IT. That happens a lot. Working for yes men and stuff. I got tired of being Iron Man, decided to sell plastic crack instead. I've done everything from restaurant, fast food, power plants, embroidery, and now medical, janitorial. And honestly, I like the janitorial. It's quiet, and I don't have to deal with people. Consulting's horrible sometimes. Yeah, it is. The only good thing about it is the money. I made a lot of money, especially those last couple of years before I decided to stop. Up until that one bad year I had where a bunch of contracts fell through. But I was killing myself to not have any time to use the money for. So was it what the point? Did you build Gunpla kits before? Did you build Gunpla kits before opening your shop? I did. I built for a couple of years before doing the shop. Okay, A18, so A and F. Okay, so it's F dark blue. I work in health insurance, and this last 18 months during COVID has made me slowly lose my mind. I believe it. There's such an inspiration for getting yourself out of that system. I'm still looking for a way to do something that would not entail the stress and pressure of consulting. Yeah, if you can figure something out, go for it. It's just the thing to always keep in mind with any of those kind of transitions that consulting was one of the easiest businesses to start and operate when it was just me, because I could, you didn't need much startup capital. You didn't need a whole lot of space. You didn't need to hire people. You just needed a connection for a gig. And that was easy, especially at the time. The place I'd worked for had started kind of splitting up around the time that I started consulting. So I had lots of connections being scattered all over the place because people were finally leaving and going other places. And so it was pretty easy to find gigs in those first few years because there were, opportunities everywhere. So it was really cool, but at the same time, after the novelty of making more money by a long shot of what I made as an in-house person. It got old. Money's good, but what's the point if you have no time to do anything right? So get a lot of recruiters, witty contract jobs. Yeah, and like even like in-house wasn't really an option for me. I don't think I could work as an employee for somebody again. At least not for more than like a few months or a year or something to get back on my feet if this all went to zero. Like I could probably go get a regular engineering job for a year or something to build my funds back up and pay the mortgage. But I don't think I'd be happy. I have so many things I want to do when I'm not working that I'm basically like working or doing those things. And some of those other things seem like work too, like running the dojo and stuff like that. So if I'm going to feel that busy all the time, I want to be like happy when I'm working and not just happy in those few other moments. Work so I can make money. I make money so I can buy Gunpla, but I work so much and tired so much that I can't build a Gunpla. It's a vicious cycle. I feel that. If I want to open a Japanimation store, but get stuck in the restaurant business. I'd get a consultant too, but the money is too good and our contract won't let us work more than 40 hours a week. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you need in order to survive and you can bear it, I just couldn't bear it. I was so miserable. And it's like, I'd rather have less money and enjoy my time than have a bunch of money and have to use it for significant escapism when I'm not working in order to make up for the amount of suck at work. Boxes want to get built, and my older Gunplas need new paint, but just no time to do it at all. I feel that. I have to like build for work by streaming, promote the business, and do the Zooms and stuff to have time to build. This is all really an elaborate ploy to make sure I guarantee some building time each week. I might work my job on the other hand. I can hear that. I hear that. I myself worked a very stressful job for 7.5 years. When I left last year, I lost weight, got a happier life. There you go, Cole. It's nice to hear. Yeah, true. Unfortunately, my money suck on my wife and kids. I understand that. I'm really lucky my wife not only understands and was very supportive of essentially our step back from that consulting, making money easily life to this feeling much riskier, lower income thing. And not only that, but diving in and spending countless hours a week helping me do it. Speaking of Zoom, how do the Friday build nights work? Basically just show up. It's 10 o'clock. There's a link on the website. We also put it up on the Discord if anyone's on there. And people just show up and kind of build. Use the stream to fit in some building time on Saturday nights. Can't handle it on weekdays with work. Yeah, same here. I definitely don't build during the week, except for Fridays when I do the Zoom. I usually get a little bit done, not a ton. Part of it because we start so late and I try to get to bed before it gets too late. And sometimes because I've got other stuff going on I'm trying to get caught up on. Sucks right now because I'm contracted to the city. Things are slow. Due to that, I can't even get overtime even if I qualified. Ouch. Started with fast food to a call center, now a tech support agent. It took a while, but now I'm in a better spot where I'm able to do what I want. Last job was just bad. It was draining and no way to move up. Well, that's cool. I mean, for a lot of people, working for other people is still the way to go. There's a lot less stress. You can end your day at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about, what's going to happen past that thing, and it gives you good balance. But like my wife and I were chatting today, and we envy anybody who has any sort of free time, because we can't remember ever having free time. In college, I was flat out working on my degrees. When I got out of school, we always had several things going on that were always buried at home. Our house is a mess most of the time. Oh, whoops. Damn it. Call center tech supports are great. Stepping stone entry level IT. Cool. Being an owner is stressful. It definitely is. I got no one to blame when things go wrong but myself, basically, so. And no one else to just make everything right for me. Prices are easily the fairest I've seen for Plamo, especially for the big items, which I appreciate. Nice, Leo. Nick, how tall are you? I'm about 6 foot even. Former IT help desk and worked for MRI Global, but my health went to crap and now I have too much free time. I envy you with the free time. Not necessarily the health thing. Hopefully that's you got that under control. But sometimes I wonder what it'd be like to have a bunch of free time. I probably wouldn't ever have free time though, because I would fill it with something else. Money was no issue. I would love to open my own business, just doing what I love, maybe a coffee shop or something. That'd be cool. I got a friend / acquaintance. I'm not sure if he's a close friend or anything up in Vermont that runs a fancy coffee shop up in Burlington. It's pretty cool. But I got these young kids and the whole mortgage thing, so working for the people it is. IT people need to learn to push back sometimes. Also very true. All right. Anybody run a Gunpla Cafe? Not in the US, I don't think. That I know of. Okay, so let's do our next draw. We've got 2 draws left. We still got 2 prizes. They've been lasting a while. So let's do a number in the chat, this time between 1 and 400. I'm going to shrink that way down, so hopefully we can get at least one of those prizes won. So put a number in the chat between 1 and 400. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number, even if someone else takes it, so we can flip the coin if we've got a draw or a tie or whatever. And we only ship in the US, just in case you win. Doing PA just like a Gunpla shop, board game shop. That's pretty cool. All that tiny plastic in your coffee. Boy's 5 and an only child, still hasn't completely figured out independent play yet. So free time is mostly memory right now. Yeah, kids and their need for attention. Also looking for endless waltz. Tall geese only Gunpla to do this. This day that I just couldn't make work in my rookie days, I need a redemption. We're getting a few sometime later this year, but not as many as I want. Okay, A19 and J15 and 16. So I run a comic book shop, but they always go out of business around here. Sucks. Yeah, some of those businesses are hard. They're like really niche businesses. That business coming through Starbucks in Japan, that'd be pretty cool. What do you decide to snap up tonight, Nick? Sean, this is the MG Heavy Arms Custom, the P Bandai variation on the Master Grade Heavy Arms. Looks like I need to order sandpaper. Only if you want to, second, right? I had to glue things together, and sadly I glued the wrong pieces together. It was a mess. Ouch. Nice. The E-gel version. No, this is the Endless Waltz, like bluish color scheme one with the 4 guns. I have an E-gel in my backlog somewhere, but I'm gonna probably paint that one up at some point. So the first Saturday 2 months I was able to build again, so nice and relaxing, having a time all summer. Nice, Mark D. Makes a huge difference having the time. You're gonna paint it or snap build? This is just a snap build, Sean. I've got another one in the backlog that I will probably paint up at some point. But I've got all the other Master Grade wing kits are just snapped, so I'm trying to like build my from the factory collection. Nick, how big is the backlog? I don't have a count, but it's big. I'm actually going to shoot, hopefully tomorrow, some clips for a video that we'll probably put out on the channel, which is going to be like my work area here and my backlog and collection and everything, because people ask about that from time to time. So I'll hopefully have all the details together then, which I think would be cool. I guess speaking about the channel too, I always pronounce it I-gel instead of E-gel. Yeah, I did too at first. Speaking of the channel, we got our vlog is coming out. Our first vlog episode is going to be out on Tuesday. We're going to do it as a YouTube premiere at 10:30 a.m. So if you're able to be by your computer or phone or whatever, highly recommend jumping into the premiere when we do that. I'll probably be hanging out, chatting with anybody who's watching it right at the beginning there. And I think it came out really good. I'll just ignore work and watch it. There you go, Artie. Work's not important anyway. Gotta abuse the algorithm. Exactly, Zodiac. That's what premieres are for, isn't it? To see if you can boost your viewership on it. And I think it'll be worth it. It came out really good. Kind of a full day in the life. See a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that you wouldn't otherwise see, which I think a lot of you guys will appreciate. Watch with the kid, cool. Have any painted kits? Yeah, I do, Andy. I've got a few. If you go at nick.savory on Instagram, I've got pictures of a lot of my painted kits on there. One of my best friends started YouTube a couple years ago. I learned all about that. He's at like 50K subs now. Wow, it's impressive. 50K is a big number. We only just recently hit 2K, and that feels like a lot of work. That was like a year and a half to get to 2K. What if there were time in the chat? Almost forgot that we've got a drawing in progress here. Just bought that kit, Heavy Arms kit from P Bandai. I've been waiting on this one forever, and so when it was finally back around at P Bandai, I had to grab one because they were so overpriced on eBay. Okay, so first number 99. 99 for the RG new clear version that was donated by Feral 404. And 303 for the HG Moon Gundam. So 99 and 303. So there's Star Wars room build in his basement. Does videos of all his builds. Pretty cool stuff. Nice. I hate about P Bandai's the weight. The weight is definitely hard. I think we got no winners again. Jeez. This kit does not want to be won. We'll draw at least 2 or 3 times against the last set of numbers when we get there, if necessary, to get a win. So but I think 3 might be the limit for how many times I can draw before losing my mind, so. It's the only logical choice, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, rock, paper, scissors tournament starting now. It's always week after next, that's true. I choose Spock. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Vibranium wins. Water because water, rust, scissors, dissolves paper and cuts rock. No one wins a third stream, making a first place prize for the repair build off. There you go. Probably recommend some masking tape when you hand paint, cleaner lines. I wonder how that works. I've never tried masking tape for hand painting, only for airbrushing. That's curious. Surprised I'm still awake. get master tape and an airbrush. Only tried gun and markers to paint my kit. Not a lot either. I'm trying to use blue painter's tape. It works okay. I have a feeling some of the purpose-built model masking tapes are probably better for models, but I've never tried the generic ones, especially applying direct to a model. Markers are great for detail stuff. I feel like using markers to fully paint a kit though, or paint full parts, is not ideal. I've used them to good effect to like paint, you know, some little metallic bits here and there and do some slight color corrections on things. Do you happen to know if any MG LEDs fit inside MG Death Scythe Hell EW? I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. If you're doing hand-colored lines where stickers would go, usually tape a bit so it doesn't run down onto the other color. It's a good idea. Okay, A23. Heard of some people using stickers as like a kind of pre-cut masking tape for painted builds. Problem is that a lot of the stickers, they leave adhesive. I think you would need to dull down the adhesive on the stickers to make that viable. I've thought about that because I have all those Maganacs to paint, and there's going to be a lot of masking for the shoulder armor on a good portion of them. I think what I would want to do is use those stickers to create like a template, perhaps, that could then be used to cut the masking tape to the appropriate size. I plan on trying to figure that out when I get ready to start mass painting those kits. A23, you sunk my battleship. We should start playing a game where people throw down their ships on a battleship board and then start dropping pieces for whatever parts get called. Yeah, that's fair. The strength of adhesive would be a problem. Yeah, I think so. Sounds like a good plan, Nick. Yeah, I think that will work. Especially if you can use some sort of harder material to create your template to be able to easily cut multiple pieces out. Almost like using one of those gun primer panel line, custom panel line guides that's like plastic essentially. You could cut like your template out that you can just drop onto a sheet of tape. Just carve it out the right shape and mass produce them. Wonder if a tabletop D&D style Gundam game is possible if it hasn't already been done. I think someone has a tabletop adaptation of a game or something. I don't know what rules it plays under, but I think there's a Gundam Universe tabletop game someone put together. Like pen and paper game anyway. I think there's some tabletop strategy games, almost like Warhammer, adapted for using Gunpla too. Something late to the watch party. What's up? Not too much. W. Linden. Anime Summit. Wait, did no one win? Not yet. No winners yet. Both prizes are still up. A lot of close calls, but nothing yet. What about a cry cut if you need to mass produce? That would work too, I think. But that's a big investment, I think. I've seen people paint Gundam kits for Warhammer. I believe that too. There's probably a lot of models that could cross over pretty well. Gundam Skirmish, that might be what it's called. Zakas and Kus would make for good stompas. Someone's developing Warhammer style Gundam game. Make the whole face and then remove the sticker for the eyes unintentionally clean. One of these days maybe I'll have to do a game night at the warehouse or something. Local people come by and we can try playing one of those games. B11 and J7. And watching build this kit keeps making me jealous because I hope to also build it one day. It's a good one. I wish I could hand them out for everybody. I managed to snag more than one. So that way I would have a spare for a rainy day. Since I knew how much they were going for. I stick pull the kid, I'm just here for the sanding. Heading out tonight, so catch you all later, fellow Gunpla enthusiasts. Good night, see you later, Dynasty. So that tons left for my art classes. I just don't press it on too hard so it won't peel paint off. If Bandai hasn't made a tabletop game yet. Yeah, you'd think there'd be some money in that. I'll admit that the Warhammer style game is long. A lot of those tabletop games take forever. There's a game called Mecha Top that is like Warhammer, but you use mecha kits for your models. It's a fine one. I haven't played Warhammer in a long time. I was into that back in like high school. I still have all my Warhammer stuff. It's in my closet. Very poorly painted Space Marines. If I had a bunch of time, I'd love to build and paint those models again. Those were always pretty cool. Bandai knows it'll make money, but can't support the demand as it is, it seems. Yeah, they still go after some new stuff, though. They're coming up with new lines all the time and experimenting, so it wouldn't be that far off. And it would be something that they could hire some game people and not necessarily have to create any more models. What game isn't popular enough in Japan? That probably is what drives it. You imagine how many gunplay you need for a Warhammer game? Well, so you could pick a game based on either one-on-one duels or like small skirmishes of only a few mobile suits. If the game that's out there isn't super simple, I feel like it would be great for a very I don't even know what to call it, very streamlined rule set that allows quick games. And probably if you only have a few models on the board, you probably don't need to have crazy, probably wouldn't take super long because you're not rolling dice for hundreds of individual pieces, basically. Just waiting for a real-life Build Arts virtual reality game. That'd be pretty cool. Just a bunch of Leos, yeah. Yeah, you do like a Gundam Wing themed one where somebody has a handful of Leos and then the other person has the one of the hero suits. But I think almost like a Build Fighters, 3-on-3 or 1-on-2, whatever, if you have some sort of point system. I've seen the concept for a real-life Gundam Breaker type game they're developing. I haven't seen that. I have seen the Gundam first-person shooter game that was announced recently. It looks kind of cool. Wish I had time for such things. Maybe we'll just set something. I think it's supposed to be a that PC game is supposed to be a free game, I think. So we'll have to get some like play nights going on if it works that way. If we can set up like a Discord server or something to divide the server into teams and have everybody on the Discord playing against each other. So done with the Endless Waltz, MG kits, or P Bandai. You figure Bandai would make them standard release, at least here in the West, as popular as Wing is. You'd think so. I was just telling my wife about the game the other night. We were talking about old Flash games that we liked, and the one was my favorite. I missed a few things here. I'm going to panel line this as I go, I guess. Get to the first parts that could use panel lines. Although I might have to come back to this because it seems like my panel line marker is kaput, almost. the West of Battlelog recolors are standard, but Japan, they're P Bandai. They missed the giveaway. Nope, we've drawn a few times, but no winners yet. We'll be putting up the last round in a minute here. At least the MGEW kids get reissued every now and then, but still, it grabs my curious to see guys on eBay or other places sell them for 100 plus each. Yeah, it's pretty rough. And my mom yelled at me to get off the computer so she could make a phone call. I remember those days. You know, just dial up just my time on it. The good old days. Trying to play multiplayer games online with a 56K modem. I don't know how we made that work. Considering how difficult it is to do anything with all the bandwidth we have now. Oh, whoops, that's upside down. That's why that wasn't fitting. There we go. Little neck collar there. We're playing Doom online with friends. I think it was Tribes I remember playing online probably in those days, and like StarCraft probably. And good times playing like Warcraft 2 in middle school, computer lab after school. That was the coolest. Starts strong for the first 10 episodes. It gets boring until the last 10 or so episodes finishes strong. Millennials are like, what the hell is 56K modem? Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer was awesome. Okay, let's throw numbers up for the last draw. Duke Nukem 3D. StarCraft is my jam, my life for ire. There we go. We should do like a Discord StarCraft tournament sometime. Diablo through Battle.net. Good times. Okay, let's put our first number up. Let's do a number between 1 and 125. Since people are already started putting numbers in. 1 and 125. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And I'll draw it in a minute. Is it any number or how many digits are we supposed to use? A number between 1 and 125. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. If more than one person posts the same number, we will flip a coin. Or otherwise deconflict it, and I only ship in the US, so if you are not in the US and you win, we'll end up having to ship it somewhere else, I guess. So I can at least find these runners. I don't know, I might want to do these last two parts. Need F, the gray F runner. I'll do it. Sign it with the order I placed yesterday. I don't remember the website. Cool Math Games. I played that a lot. I don't remember that at all. Okay, 26 and 29. I'm curious what I'm going to have for extra parts at the end of all this. What stuff I might be able to duplicate. Looks almost like the shoulder armor might have some extras because of the multiple F runners. Lots of extra parts and heavy arms, I'm sure. I did check. It doesn't look like there's a spare gun from the original Heavy Arms Master Grade. I wish there was. That would have been sweet. I would have been very happy to have a spare Master Grade Heavy Arms Gatling gun. Agree with Grayson. If not one, win. Send it with orders placed yesterday. So if nobody wins, we will draw again against the same number range. At least once, maybe twice. If nobody wins after that, though, then they will carry on to next stream, which will be a week from this coming Saturday. We're freaking out because I had no extra parts my first Gundam. Yep, if you're not used to understanding that that's a thing, I could totally see how that would be freaking someone out. That would be an idea. Could start doing a prize that gets thrown in with their random order using the Live 10 code or something. But I don't like the necessity of making a purchase to win a prize, so I have to figure out how to navigate that if I were ever going to do something like that. Built the P-Bandit Crossbones patchwork for COD. It seems like I had more unused parts and spare runners than parts I used. That's kind of crazy. That's a bummer sometimes, though, too, because it drives up the price of the kit. How long is the birthday code good for? I think it's 90 days from when it goes out. MG Faz, Verka, and EXS got it in my backlog. I've heard they have enough extra parts to almost make a whole kit. I'd believe that. Faz, I think you can do multiple color variations because of all the different parts. Just gonna finish sanding this last like 3 parts here. Any word on if you're gonna receive those display paints maybe Friday? I have no idea when they're gonna show up. I don't have any tracking on them. I don't think I can get tracking until they hit the US because of the way they're shipped. And then it's a very short window from when that happens. All I do know is unless they show up like Monday or Tuesday this week, the likelihood of having them checked in and ready to go for this Friday is pretty low. Just because I have a hunch that there's going to be a lot of work to go through them all. Google still up on USP band if anyone missed it. Oh, is it back up? Let's finish Fez, 144 vintage, working on painting it cool. Send you Stein, there's a lot of extra parts, it sounds right. Speaking of birthday codes, is there any way to check if everything's set up to get one? Because it's coming in 4 days. You could DM me or email me, Robert Higdon, and I can check if you're in there. these little shoulder cannons, I think. Are super hard to sand because they're so small to hold on to. Wait, has it been one yet? Not yet. We are currently in the middle of a draw, Lance Leo. Number range between 1 and 125. I'm just waiting to... Oh no, where'd that go? Just waiting to sand these last couple pieces, and then I will draw our numbers. What colors do you think the missile should be on that heavy arms? I'm not sure. It's a good question. I'm thinking about the chest Gatling guns too, what color they would be. I think I did silver on the regular one. I almost feel like a gold or bronze type color might be better for this one. But I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to pull this back apart and paint the Gatling guns. What is the range? 1 and 125. Actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think that might be cool for this. I had to think about it. I'll probably go back and do it on this one. I think on the last one I did it as I went. But that's easier to manage when you're doing things kind of at random and not live. Cool. For the MG Heavy Arms. Yeah, the MG Heavy Arms Custom. So this is the like blue version basically with the double Gatlings. Okay, so I'm throwing time in the chat. You said you had something special put in stock today in your weekly update. What was it? That was the gun primer J Punisher. Kept that one under wraps until it was time to go. Okay, so 2 prizes to draw. First is the RG new clear version, number 62. And second one, HG Moon, number 22. So 62 and 22. Let's hopefully we have a winner this time. All right, Fizzed Cherry with 62, it looks like. Looks like we might have a couple 22s. I think we got only one 62 though, if anyone wants to help confirm. Let's see, 22. Bunch of 22. Great. So let's. I'm gonna have to decode all these, and then we'll draw a random number. We'll assign them each number. So Strange's Gunpla has 22. Luis Cortez has 22. Anime Summit has 22. Jimco 2222 has 22. already and give it to one of the other guys. Okay, Stranges. I'm sure people appreciate that. So I see 4, which was Stranges, Lewis, Anime Summit, and Jimco. Am I missing anybody? Is it just those 4? I think, and Stranges is bowing out. I have 2 actually, so I can do a G-Doors paint job in 1. So Fizz Cherry, you can definitely send me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com with your info, and I'll send you out that RG new. Sorry, I can't stay. Looks like it'll be fun to break the tie. It might be. It looks like we got a 3-way tie, so I think I'm just going to pick a number between 1 and 3, and I'll assign each person a number that way. If we had 4, I might do a series of coin tosses, but it doesn't look like anybody is chiming in that there's anybody else I missed. So I've got Luis Cortez, Anime Summit, and Jimco as our 3 with 22. So Lewis, I'm going to give you your number 1, Anime Summit your number 2, and Jimco, your number 3. I'm going to generate a random number between 1 and 3. And the number that gets called will be the winner. I'd flip a coin, but flipping a coin with 3 sides is kind of tough. Have fun at the event. The rest of you, good night. Have a good weekend. See you later, Blue. All right. So 1 is Lewis, 2 is Anime Summit, 3 is Jimco. Looks like we got a number 1. So Luis Cortez, you are the lucky winner of a HG Moon Gundam. So just like Fizz Cherry, you can send me an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, or a DM, and with your info, and I will get that prize out to you this week. Congratulations. And with that said, I think we're basically at the end of the night. I need some sleep since I didn't get much sleep last night from that smoke alarm fiasco. So thank you all for hanging out tonight. I had a good time. Hope you did as well. And we will be back not next week, but the week after that, and hopefully we'll be back for at least a little while pretty consistently once we get back there. But no stream next week. We'll be back again on the 21st of August. So hopefully see you all then. We'll have some other good prizes. I think I got another P-Bandai kit that someone donated that we'll be putting up for the next one. And yeah, see you all later. Good night.